So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 rules to help you make your dreams come true. And they're based on this book from 1926. Not really a book, it's almost like a pamphlet. And it's called It Works by R.H.J. It has sold millions of copies. And again, there's 3 rules. It's kind of with the law of attraction. And I always present in my videos different ways to make your dreams come true, because one method might not work, but another one might. And I suggest you try one method. If it doesn't seem to be working, then try another. And this is another one to try. My name is Gloria Pierson. I'm a certified life coach. I do one-on-one coaching and have an online courses. The information is below on that. I'd like to welcome you to my channel. My channel is here to help you become the happiest person you know. And I give all kinds of tools and techniques. So if that interests you, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you have any questions about this video, write to me in the comments and I will get back to you. But let's go ahead and get started on what those 3 rules are. So I'll go over just 3 simple rules to help you manifest what you want. But first I want to go, and again, this is from this book, the famous little red book from 1926. But I want to go over a quote that he wrote in the beginning of this book. And I think it's really important to keep this in mind when you are deciding what you want. And it's a quote from Byron. And it says, "All who joy would win must share it. Happiness was born a twin." Read it again. "All who joy would win must share it. Happiness was born a twin." So we're going to talk about making a list today of what you want. But when you do your list, remember others in it too. Happiness is a twin. So when you manifest the joy and happiness, gratitude that you have in your life, share it. Share it. And even more abundance of what you want will come in your life because you are raising your vibration. Now, one of the main premises he writes about in this book is if you know what you want, you can have it. If you know what you want, you can have it. So that's the beginning. This is not the first rule, but what do you want? Because that is the seed. And he talks about an ear of corn, that a kernel or a seed is placed, and eventually a stalk will come up, and it will blossom, and eventually you're going to get that corn from that. But it started with the seed. So consider the list we're going to talk about is your seed. And then, following the rules, it's having the confidence that it will blossom and the ear of corn will produce. Without having to dig it up and look. That's part of it. But first is, what do you want? You have to know. So this is not one of the rules, but you make a list. Make a list of what you want. And spend some time doing it, maybe a week, 2 weeks, and you might add to the list. You may take things off the list. So add some things to your list. There is no limit. I would say you just follow your heart, connect with your heart, your soul, and follow it. But on your list, be as specific as possible. If there's a certain amount of money you want, now be realistic with it too, of course, but if there's a certain amount of money you want, maybe put when you want it, why you want it, and the date you want it. If you want a new car, what type of car do you want? What model? What color? How will you feel being in that car? If it's a new home, where is it located? What are the furnishings like? What is the view? Be as specific as possible in your list. And again, look at it, and you may take some things off of it. You may add some things on it. And then once you start manifesting and things come into your life that are on the list, you're going to change it. And then when you change it, I would suggest, as he suggests, go something for the greater good of the world. Remember, happiness is a twin. So then go in a bigger picture, of course, still for yourself, but think of a bigger picture then. Now, when the accomplishments start coming in, don't think, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. No, believe it. You have that power. You have the power. We all have the power to get what we want in life, to make our dreams come true. Sometimes it may take longer. Some foundations have to get in place. Sometimes it's all that negative talk in our head. But when the accomplishments come, which they will, if you follow these rules, then don't think, wow, how did that happen? Why did it happen? Just accept it with gratitude. Because gratitude, again, raises your vibration. Be grateful. Be happy. And have that happiness be infectious towards others. Happiness is a twin. So kind of help others going forward with this for the greater good. He also talks in this little book about Emil Cui. So Emil Cui had come into the country probably in the 1920s, around the same time, and he talked about autosuggestion. He mainly did it for people that had illnesses, and he had them say certain affirmations every day in every way. I get better and better. I think it was 20 times in the morning, 20 times at night. It had tremendous results. It was very evidence-based. But the author of this, the Little Red Book, said when Emil Cui came to the United States, people weren't ready for that. And he said, and the people that listened and weren't ready, their life stayed the same. But some of the people that did listen and did put those principles in place had a change in their life. And again, this book has been around since 1926. Millions and millions and millions of copies have sold. So if you just apply these principles, and I'm going to go over them right now. First, again, it's not one of the rules. The first is the list. And take your time making the lists. Be as specific as possible. And also, again, happiness is a twin. Don't put anything on the list that may hurt somebody. Because there's enough abundance, enough for all of us to have. So be positive, have it relate to you and be positive. Nothing that is going to hurt the earth or another individual. Anybody really, okay? So work on the list, take your time, be as specific as possible. So the first rule is, when you do your list, read it morning and night. First thing when you wake up in the morning and the last thing before you go to sleep at night. And they're both important. The morning one, you're kind of programming your day. The one right before you go to sleep, you're programming your subconscious mind, which does not sleep. So that is what is connected with Source, with the divine. So it's going to be working on those principles all night long. So that's the first rule. Read it morning and night. The second, think about it as much as you can. Think about it. How will you feel? And there's different tools you can use. You can visualize it. You can do a vision board. You can do scripting. You could just sit and think about it and be excited. Raise the vibration and actually know, just like that corn came from that seed, that this will happen. And the third rule is don't discuss it with anybody. You don't want anybody else's energy coming in like, oh yeah, right, you think you're going to do that? No. Keep that energy, that power that you have to yourself for your list. So the three rules: first, make your list. First rule, read it morning and night. Second, spend as much time thinking about it as you can using different tools: visualization, scripting, vision boards, writing it out. And the third, don't share it with anybody what you're doing. And I guess a fifth, I would say, when you do get, not the fifth, but this is not one of the three rules, but also when the accomplishments, the dreams come in, be happy. Have a state of gratitude for them. And know that you can make your dreams come true. If you know what you want, you can have what you want. I thank you for enjoying this video. If you enjoy my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'm sending you lots of love and light. Till next time.